So I made a video, running through a PACCON and wasn't real happy. So let me take you a little cruise here. The last couple of miles going to my house, and we'll see the neighborhood a little bit. I run past my lake, which is Lake Thonotosassa. I don't have the mount in my truck, so I'm holding the phone. It's just going to be a little choppy, I'm sure, because I'm trying to drive too. But yeah, it'll be all right, Trying to get an idea. So it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is 73 degrees. Nice and sunny. The trees are green. The grass is green. It is beautiful. We got a few colors going on. I cleaned my truck. I de-jerseyed my truck. Got all that nasty salt and crap off of it. So here we go. This is there's a lot of farmland going on here. Fields, they grow strawberries and I don't know what else all they grow. I'm not a farmer, but that's pretty cool. It's good to be back. I'm gonna have some Florida food for dinner tonight, and of course that'll be disappointing after the Jersey food. But yeah, a friend of mine's gonna grill up some burgers on the grill. We're gonna get together, and then we're gonna eat that Pocono Cheesecake Factory cheesecake I brought back. Oh, it's gonna be the best. So yeah, here's something going on. I think this is strawberries out here, because it's strawberry season. I think the strawberry festival's coming here this month. I'm not sure. We can't ever keep straight. We have the strawberry festival, and then not too long later we have the Florida State Fair. I can never keep those two straight. But yeah, so here's more strawberries. Fields and fields of them. Some really nice houses going under construction here. So you'll be able to see Lake Thonotosassa here coming up. If you want to know how big it is and what's on it, you can Google it. But one day I'll make a video from the boat, doing it from the boat. Oh, there's the local sheriff in a pickup truck. So I do not live on the lake. I live about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from the lake. I quite frankly can't afford to live waterfront. It's crazy expensive. But there's not a lot of houses there's houses on the lake, but not like Lake PACCON every, Most of the people that live here on the lake, they have at least a half an acre. Some of them have an acre, some of them have, 20 acres. So it's not nearly as crowded. It's not as big as Lake PACCON. It's probably, maybe 1/4 the size, 1/5 the size. It's just a big oval lake. There's not a whole lot of coves. That's what makes Lake PACCON big, is all the coves. Gives it the shoreline. It doesn't really have a big main body of water. But so I'm catching all the. It's 4 o'clock. I'm catching all of the people coming home. They get off at 3:30 here. So got a little traffic. Here's our little state park boat ramp. Gives you access, free, and it's free. It gives you access to the lake. There's a little channel. So launch the boat right there. I don't spend a lot of time in this lake. It's really, to be honest with you, it's kind of boring. So I go out there just when I want to test the boat, or I did some work on it, or just want to get away for a couple hours because it's so close. I could have took you in a different way. These are farm roads here. They're not the best roads. I could have took you in a different way and showed you all this beautiful smooth roads we have here in Florida. I'm not going to BS. That's not a bad road, but it's not gorgeous. It's got its bumps and dips. There's no potholes, but it's got its bumps and dips. It's Florida. Everything's on sand, so what are you going to do, Normally it doesn't take quite this long, but you know, these people are doing 38 miles an hour when I'm usually doing 50. Because I've lived out here, this little neighborhood like 8 years now. I've never, ever seen a cop sitting somewhere in the bushes and waiting to give you a ticket. You know, I did see an awful lot of that coming out of Jersey on the turnpike. My God, every mile somebody was pulled over. Ridiculous. Just like I remember it. So this is about the only thing that we have near my house. We have the Circle K convenience store. That was there when I moved here about 8 years ago to this area. And then this they built just a couple of years ago, the Dollar General, and I was so happy to see that, because before that, to get to any kind of major store was a, you know, an 8-9 mile trip. Kind of a pain in the neck. And we got a little greenhouse action going on over here. I'm not sure what they grow in there. Probably pot. I don't know. No, they'd have a big fence around if they were growing that. This here's a little produce stand. He's also got a little barbecue joint there. It's mainly actually a barbecue joint. He sells a little bit of produce and what have you out there. But they used to be good. He's kind of slack, so I don't go there much anymore. The ice machine. But that's basically it. I mean, that's all we have in this neighborhood as far as, you know, if you want to grab something quick. I was kind of happy to see that Dollar General. And more country. I mean, I love this house right here. It just sits out there in the middle of a big field. And, yeah. So that is coming to my house. Bam. And that's it. This is the old mobile home that I use for storage now. I need to clean it up. And then you go in the back there, and I've got my two little tiny houses. I am not going to take you back there right now because I've been gone. It's a bit of a mess, and I got to clean the yard up a little bit. But nobody sees it from the road, you know, so I'm not that big a hurry. And I do run a construction company out of here. But you can see, you know, there's woods around me here. The nearest house is way back in there. And over here we've got the little park, which is pretty quiet. And then across the street, let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see any of that though. There's that little road there has, you know, $700,000 homes on it. But yeah. All right, well, that's my video for today. That's my neighborhood. That's where, that's what it looks like. See ya.